All right, guys, welcome back. This is going to be an exciting, fun-filled, educating episode. And I just want to kind of like try to get this this formula down so I can get used to it. So I'm going to continue to make a lot of content for this, but I don't know. This is my first episode. You know, I put the M in the back. Everything's working good, looks good. But let's get to it. All right, boom. So I want to name this episode, No One Gives a Fuck About Your Problems. And the most important thing is when you realize that, you'll stop feeling pity for yourself. You'll stop feeling like a victim. And it'll allow you to be more productive in doing the things you really need to do. I could take you back to a story. So when I used to sell cars, I actually had a job. And I had a job for a long time. Believe it or not, yeah, me taking orders. But yeah, me taking orders. But I had a job, and I remember I was dating someone in a job, which I never recommend. Don't date people in your workplace because it can get kind of messy. But I was dating this young lady, and we got into a big fight the night before, and that Saturday morning I had to be at work. And the most unfortunate part about it is that when you're going to work on a Saturday and you're selling cars, it's the most busiest day of the year, of the week. It's the busiest day of the month. And that's where I make most of my money. So either I'm selling a bunch of cars or I'm setting up appointments to sell the cars during the week. So that fills my week up for the next week. And I make my most money on that day. But this particular day, I wasn't in the best mood. I was in a really shitty mood. I was one of the top salespeople. So the morale of the organization was definitely dictated by me because I was outgoing. I was friendly. I was enthusiastic. I had the energy. And this particular day, I didn't have the energy. So I come into work and you could tell I was off. I wasn't feeling it. I seen the girl a couple times. She made me more mad. So you could just tell I was just not myself. And this was a big day because we were supposed to make a lot of money this day. So after like 2 hours of me being in the dealership, I get called into the office of my general manager. And he pulls me and he's like, yo, what's going on with you? I'm like, what's up? What's going on with you? Like, what's up? I mean, you don't have your energy. You're not yourself. What's going on? I said, me and Shorty got into it. He's like, what you mean? Me and her got into it last night. I'm just not in the mood. I really don't want to be here, but well, then why are you here? I'm like, because I got to make some money. He's like, how you gonna make some money if you're not gonna perform? You at your desk moping like a sad puppy. I'm like, well, I just gotta snap into it. I gotta get into it. I just need a little bit more time just to get into it. He's like, listen. Are you a professional? I say, yes, I'm a professional. You see, I'm in a suit, tie. I look clean. I talk clean. I talk professional. Yes, I'm a professional. He goes, well, why you not? A professional doesn't come to the job with his problems. A professional doesn't take his problems from home and bring them into the professional workplace. Said, I understand that, and I'm not trying to, but unfortunately, I just had a bad night and I'm not in the best of moods. Sometimes we have good days and sometimes we have bad days. He said, listen to me, let me speak to you. You know, before you walked into this dealership, right? That sidewalk, let me tell you something about it. And this, I promise you this. Before you walked in today, all the things that's going on in your personal life, your problems and everything, you should put them right on that sidewalk, right in front of the door. Before you walked in here, because you're a professional, and professionals are able to balance, or professionals are able to separate their personal life with their professional life. And I can tell you one thing, you left your problems right on that sidewalk. You come in, you bust your ass, you do your job at a high level. When you leave, I promise you your problems be right there waiting for you. No one's gonna take them. I'm like, understand? No, I'm serious. Like, if you're gonna come in here and be like this, then I don't need you. But if you're a professional and you're gonna come in here, you leave whatever's going on out in that world, you leave it out there. Because when you finish in here, it'll be out there waiting for you. So I'm like, I understand and I apologize, right? And I'm like, I got it. So I kind of like felt bad for myself. I'm like, I felt bad for myself the whole, time, the first 2 hours I was in there. And I'm like, when he tells me this, I kind of had a wake up call. And I'm like, damn, he's right. If I'm gonna be here, I might as well be here. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. So I actually got back on that floor and I had about 7-8 hours left of the workday. And I'm selling 3 cars that day, right? And it made me realize no one gives a fuck about your problems. And whether you want to feel like a victim or not, or you want somebody to get like, if you want somebody to show you empathy or speak to you or give you attention, if you're a professional, that doesn't matter. You need to come to work or come wherever. You need to do it. Hold on. You need to do whatever you need to do if you're a professional and master your craft. And when I realized that at that moment, I was like, you're right. No one cares about my problems. And my problem's gonna be waiting for me after my job. So after my work day. So why not make the best of my work day and keep my mind clear so I can actually make money and perform at a high level? Then when I leave that day, at least I'm going into my problems with some money, and that was a big lesson for me. And I've been using that lesson throughout life because I do have some bad days and I do have great days, but I don't let those bad days affect me. I can't, because I have things to do. I have objectives to make, goals to make, and I can't let things in my personal space interrupt my professional space. And that's what I would tell you guys. Like, in life, you're gonna have obstacles, you're gonna have things that don't go your way, but you have to stay focused. You have to stay true to your vision. Everybody should have goals. Everybody should be writing down the goals and their to-dos and things they want to do in life, right? And you want to achieve those things, right? So if you have a vision, if I have like a finish line per se, and I know that I want to get to this certain point at this certain time, I can't let things outside of that disrupt that. I have to stay true and focused to the path that I want to be on. And the personal time, you got to maybe have some personal space and personal time for those things and handle them. But if you got dreams, obstacles, and you have a family to take care of, I'll be honest, you ain't got time to be worrying about shit that don't matter. Focus on what matters. And no one gives a fuck about your problems. So I just wanted to give you that little insight about how I went through that, and it just changed my life. And I hope that it could change your life, because once you stop feeling pity on yourself and feeling like people care, because they don't care. When you go on social media, you talk about your problems, you're only allowing people to just know your business. That's all you're doing. So I would definitely recommend to use those things I've learned in my life and have a better outcome in your professional life, at least. So like it, share it, and give me your comments. Let me know what you think about that. I'm out. Later.